That's a good sound, man.
Oh, that is a good sound.
That's a good sound.
That is a good sound. Now, who knew that, I mean, you've kept the secret from us for so long. Strymon, Pete's middle name is Zelzah, by the way, Pete Zelzah Honore.
Yeah.
This is his, it's a very famous old Danish name.
Yeah.
Purple pedal to go with his purple guitar with Strymon. Pete, tell us, it's amazing. How did you come up with this idea?
I literally dreamt it, and then I got a call the next day. And they had dreamt it too.
Wow.
And then
sometimes that's just how these things happen.
Honestly, it was like, who's that calling an American number? And I just went, hello? And it's like, did you dream about this thing last night about awesome tones and just lovely, beautiful things?
Amazing.
And I was like, absolutely. It was because I had loads of mushrooms and stuff at the time.
Yeah.
So my dreams were
and that story went on a little longer than I thought it would. But of course, this is just the new pedal from Strymon. It's coincidentally purple. And Zelzah is not Pete's middle name. His middle name is Mary. So, it's a multi-dimensional... What?
Peter, Paul, Mary... Oh, no, that's...
I see.
Danish.
Anyway.
Danish.
What is your middle name again? Andre or something, isn't it?
Jacques.
That's right, Jacques, after the famous French deep sea diver.
With the J.
Anyway, Strymon. No introduction needed. Every guitar player has probably either wanted or owned a Strymon pedal at some point. They do amazing pedals, do amazing reverbs and delays and distortions. And
they do amazing pedals. What is it? Well, I know what it is because I dreamt it.
It is a multi-dimensional phaser. What does that even mean? I don't know. But it's basically got a 4-stage phaser on one side and a 6-stage phaser on the other that you can use completely independently or at the same time. And to be honest, if you want to get into some of the deep editing modes when it's being used, you can use it in series, you can use it in parallel, or you can even use it as a true, one on the left and one on the right. Anywho, we've got it in its normal series mode. So the 6-stage phaser goes into the 4-stage phaser if you use them both at the same time. And then we're going out in stereo into 2 clean amplifiers. And we're using the Sunset, the Strymon Sunset, which I'll be completely honest with you, never, ever, ever sounds bad.
No, it's a good overdrive pedal.
Overdrive pedal.
Dual overdrive pedal. Absolutely. Great.
I must admit, Strymon just WYSIWYG everything, don't they?
What does that mean? WYSIWYG?
Means what you see is what you get. Which isn't entirely true, actually, because there are some deep editing functions. But what I love about Strymon, and what I think a lot of guitar players love, is to get 99% of the functionality out of the pedal. It is just obvious.
It's super simple.
It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So on one side, on the 6-stage side, we've got speed and depth. In fact, we've got speed and depth on both sides. And being a modulation effect, hopefully that's relatively obvious. Then we've got a voice control, which is phase at one end, round a time all the way at the other, and we'll see what that does in a minute. Then we've got a 3-way switch to do with the resonance, which is that sort of whooshy kind of overtone kind of effect that you get on phasers and flanges and things like that. You can choose off, mild, or strong. That could be like a bad language switch, couldn't it? Like that. Beep! Then on the 4-stage side, again, we've got a classic, barber, and envelope, which I guess are 3 different types of phaser.
Barber?
And a mix control, barber. Yeah.
Not a barber. Barbour.
B-A-R-B-E-R, barber, like the jacket. No, I don't know.
Oh, the barber jacket. Barbour. I don't know what that means.
Again, I'm still slightly blown away by that.
It just sounds good.
Initial sound. We kind of just used, we just used the Sunset to take a real clean, like, just to do that. So,
I mean, even
just like
a clean tone. I mean, it is good. We're going straight in the amps, by the way.
Yeah.
And please like and subscribe, quick, down below.
Right, let's just play around. I mean,
see, it sounds awesome, but there's a point where the phasers kind of, it sets one place and you're like, yes. And then you can tweak something and it's like, oh, I'm not sure if I like that there.
Man.
Do you know what I mean, though? Do you know the thing with the phaser? Do you know that kind of...
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of what's probably not helping is as I'm changing this voice switch whilst you're playing, it's throwing the time off, so it gives it that sort of...
That's what I mean.
So it's not the sound you start with and the sound you end with that's bad. It's the bit as I move the knob that's like... But I tell you, man, I was playing with this before we started filming, and there's some weird sense of a little bit of compression and warmth that comes in as soon as you turn this on. It's got some sort of JFET input, which I guess is a part of the circuit and the tone.
Yeah.
But the minute it's on, it's like putting it like a little cozy blanket round you and just sort of
putting
going,
on
I like it.
It's lovely, man.
It's really, really nice. That was a little... Let's have a little listen how maybe the 4-stage and the 6-stage phasers sound different.
Everything at 12 there,
So if we do a sort of everything at 12, here we go. You think the 4 is wider?
No, I think the 4... I don't know, it just sounds awesome.
The 6 for me just sounds a little fatter.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you what I did do. So apologies for not saying this earlier. One of its secret modes, where I think you hold one of the buttons down and do something, is a stereo widener. And that's the mode that I've changed it to. So I've put it in its wider mode to sort of really accentuate that stereo-ness.
I mean, can I just point out, today we've been doing IR pedals and stuff, which is good, you know.
Yeah.
And then, this is the last video of the day, now we plug it into 2 tube amps, which are not loud, but, you know, it's got volume going, in stereo. It's just, kids, just do yourself a favor, just once, just please.
It's so bad, isn't it?
Hey, man, I'm just being honest here,
man.
No,
I agree.
This is 4x12, 2 cabs, 2x12 cabs, 4x12 in stereo. It's just, you cannot, it's not the same.
And I just think we've added in such amazing... Anyway,
this just sounds so good. I'm so happy this is the last video of the day.
Yeah, it's so rewarding, isn't it?
Yeah.
So again, here's another thing I love about...
It's purple again.
So the last 2 products that we've done had manuals this thick. This is the Strymon manual.
Yeah.
This is what men need. You know, it's like... and then then, one of the pages, it's not even double-sided, one of the pages just has pretty pictures going, if you want a vintage dual phaser sound, set it up like this. Anyway, so let's just see. So that The sound that we had during
I love
that intro piece was effectively the settings they suggest for the vintage dual phaser. They now have a deep vibe phaser. That sounds like the thing that you get on an aeroplane you have to wear stockings for, isn't it? To not get that.
Deep vibes. I think that's all the way up there,
yeah,
really
absolutely.
tight. Yeah.
So let's see. Careful, everybody. If you start getting pins and needles in your arms on this, go and put some stockings on or something. It's huge. I don't know how some chords and some sounds have the...
It's so
look at the
open.
smiles.
Is this... Oh, is that like...
Put some headphones on or listen through some stereo speakers. I'm kind of guessing that for most of us who probably watch a lot of YouTube videos on your iPhone, it might not come across like that.
It's not going to come
Anyway,
across.
let's try this next one. Memoria Chorus. So that's just using the 6-stage side. It was very deep. It's how I like my kind of chorusy things. Here we go.
Oh, now you're getting that while.
Yep. Did Prince use a phaser or a flanger
No,
or
it's
a
not.
chorus?
You're thinking. Oh, what are you thinking? I think it was. That's a bit debatable. What he used. If it was a CE1 or
Was it even him?
CE2? Was it? No, because it was.
It was Wendy, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But it's definitely not that sound. Because this is
Wendy
the sound.
Or was it, I'm terrible. Was Wendy the keyboard player or the guitar player?
No, guitar
She was a
player.
guitar player.
Wendy at least, I think.
Yeah, I know. Now you're going like.
Now I'm going. Oh no, I can't.
It was one of them.
But this is actually. It sounds good again. But what I'm not fan of is that dip.
When we did that chorus pedal shootout,
That's it.
and what some of them would do that quite hard. Oh,
Yeah, I want to have it. I like
Yeah, I'm
soft dip.
soft.
I'm dipping softly.
Let's see. This is called a water flanger. Ooh.
No, that's not. Just too many things. I am, but I know what I mean. Whatever.
I think if you're going to play with the speed up on
Yeah.
it, you have to play that slightly faster. Unfortunately, the only way that I can put this in context for you is to just go and play with digital modelers through little computer speakers for half a day, and then go and plug into your favourite 212 valve combo, and in the same room, and you'll just. That's basically the happy face that we've got.
We have to
on
make
now.
sure that it is purple into purple into purple.
Triple purple.
Triple purple it, baby. The triple P's, man. The triple P's.
Now, of course, another famous phaser player would be Mr. Edward Van Halen.
It would. Here we go. Here's a little bit of a humbug guitar here. Music Man Cutlass. Full Monty's set there.
Okay, so
And
we're not
this
changing
is-
anything.
no.
We're still going to use an overdrive pedal to get the distortion,
I'm
which I know
excited
for all
about
you
this.
Van Halen fans out there will be going, that's
Yeah.
not how you did it. But okay, so distortion pedal into phaser. Now, if I just play the B side of this, which is a higher gain kind of sound, and Pete plays some Van Halen-y licks.
Okay.
So it's the right lick, but it's not.
It's good sound.
Necessarily the right sound.
The right lick, kind of.
Pop the phaser on.
as good, but you can play it. And you know what? So check this out, right? Take it off. This is super one-dimensional.
Yeah.
And then. I've played that for 25 years. But it's so one-dimensional. Even the solo kind of thing, you know, when you're like...
That's too much. That's too much. There's even little bits of, and I don't think it was a phaser that he used, but I could be wrong, but there's even bits of like that Surfing with the Alien kind of Satch sound from, again, 80s kind of...
It's that one-dimensional thing when it's off. Even in a stereo rig, take it off once and then do like... And then on it goes. I mean, that's too much, isn't it? You almost want it just enough so it's kind of doing like that little wavy thing.
The Van Halen, or the MXR script phaser that they use just has one knob on it, doesn't it? One knob.
But there's a 90, there's a script, and there's a 90, there's a 45, you know, there's a 100, phaser 100. So, I mean, you have to have all of those to get that one.
Yeah.
Take the drive off. But was he using a phaser? Nobody knows. But look at that.
It wasn't even a he, was it?
It wasn't.
Wasn't it a she?
Wasn't. It was. I think you'll find it actually was. Who wrote all of those songs. And that's, you know. Whew.
Anyway.
Whew. What a sound,
literally,
man.
Some of that lead stuff that you were playing there with the phaser on, you were going into... I forget what you played the other day. You either played the little bit of the solo from Let's Go Crazy or from Purple Rain or whatever. And it has,
probably Purple Rain.
Let's just...
Let's stick that on.
Stick this on as well.
Okay. Hang on, we'll snap our fingers. 1, 2, 3, and... Oh, that's just swapped because there wasn't a stereo input. So it swapped itself to one with a stereo input.
So we're going into the sunset, into the Zelzah. What does that even
Zelzah.
mean?
Comment below.
Isn't that the Lebanese...
it's a Lebanese restaurant down the corner,
Absolutely.
Isn't it? It's the chef.
Not that one. That one.
Oh, that's such a good delay sound as well. You can turn that up a bit, actually. Let's see. Catch me out when you're in a B flat there. what's the Let's Go Crazy? Something like that. I don't know. If you want to watch the best, the Super Bowl where Prince comes out and plays at Super Bowl, just YouTube Super Bowl Prince or Prince at Brit Awards, man. Honestly, I'm getting goosebumps thinking of it.
I know. We've watched that 100 times.
It's the sound.
On YouTube.
It's just the sound, and it's in the fingers, man. It's in the fingers. It's in his tiny little body full of
little body.
I love it. I love it.
He had tone heels on his shoes. That's what it was.
You know, he jumped in a show in Berlin like a long time ago. That's why he messed his hip up, because he jumped out and he had long heels and just banged on the floor. And that was why he was on painkillers,
right.
Sadly.
I just kind of feel like there's a thing called env on here,
Env?
and I'm just wondering, is there like a hidden extra bonus in here that someone else might sound like? But let's see if it does.
Oh,
There is!
it needs to be a bit more.
Bit more?
It's not quacky
Not
enough.
quite, not...
And I tell you what, that shouldn't be stereo anyway. I think if whose name should not be mentioned anymore on this channel. Don't mention his name. It's
He who shall not be mentioned.
I think that's all mono straight in. And this. You've got a bit too much.
It's a little bit
almost
there. It's like
I don't know if we could take the spread off. Take the spread.
I got to remember how you do this now. It's hold this one down, and it's there. You go. The spread is off.
It's more like it.
It's not a Dr. Q, is it? But
no, it's not. It's not a Q.
I have not been this excited about a Strymon pedal
since the first one.
Since what was the last Strymon pedal? I literally just went, holy mother of moly. Probably something like one of the delays. Maybe the Volante. It may well have been this one. That was a good video. You can watch the video for that up there. Pete and I will look a lot younger in that video too.
Yeah, and put a similar haircut still.
Mate.
What else is there to say, man?
Flint. That was a good. I
didn't do that one. I don't
know if we ever did that one. That may have even been before everyone's time. Yeah. But look, Strymon.
Yeah.
What can we say?
What's his name again?
Zelzah.
Oh, it's the one from Big, where he takes the Big Tom Hanks film, Big.
I know the film. I don't.
He goes down to the. Yeah, but that's Zelzah.
What I was about to say. I'm sure Zelzah is more likely to have a reference to something phasery rather than a film with Tom Hanks in it. But hey,
I mean, comment below. We can't. We don't know everything.
I thought she was the baddie in that Alien thing where televisions have Zelda. That was. Sorry, it's not her, is it? Anyway,
it's a computer game.
Let's go crazy, Pete, and we'll see you next time on Andertons TV. Au revoir.